Hi, this is Dr. David Ginsberg of the Spine Pain and Performance Center, and I am going to be demonstrating basic rotator cuff strengthening exercises. We're going to show you 3 today: extension, external rotation, and abduction. They're going to be done with TheraBand tubing or TheraBands themselves. Different colors are different tensions. Generally, we start patients with yellow or green and then progress them to blue tubing. What you're going to do is, if you have tubing or a band, you're going to knot one end and you're going to place it on the hinge side of the door, the knot, and then you're going to go ahead and close the door so that when you tug on the tube, it won't come out. Ideally, it's a door that no one from the other side is going to be coming through. You're going to want to get enough tension that when you do the movement, it's going to be a short, fast movement as opposed to a slow or fast, full range of motion, okay? So the progression starts out with what we call isokinetic exercises, which are short, fast. And the benefit of this is that even though you're exercising in a very small range of motion, your body is physiologically it's as if you're moving 15 to 30 degrees on either side of the range that you went. So if you're only in 10 degrees of external rotation, it's going to add inside and outside that much more motion in there. So you can basically exercise in a pain-free range of motion. So the first one we're going to demonstrate is called external rotation. Your elbow is pinned to the side. Your forearm is at 90 degrees. Your thumb pointing up. You're going to grab the tube, and the tube's going to come across your body. You can do the thumb up, basically, and then you're going to do a little bit of tension, and then from there, just a very short, quick, fast movement. You're going to do this for 15 to 30 seconds, okay? So we're moving fast and quick in an external rotation position. You notice the elbow stays pinned, it's not coming away from the body. If I want to start a little further, I can come out here like this. And again, 15 to 30 seconds. And then I'm going to repeat that 3 to 5 times. That first one was external rotation. The second one we're going to do is extension. You're pointing towards the tube. It's going to come down. The palm faces back as we grab the tube. The arm is at the side or slightly behind the hip, as long as you can do this without pain. If not, you can start with the tube in front of the hip, and you're going to move it backwards, again, in a short, quick movement. Ideally, you start with it just at the hip or just behind the hip, and you move it backwards in a short range, again, for 15 to 30 seconds. It shouldn't hurt. And then you're going to go ahead and keep a nice tall posture, head over shoulders, shoulders over hips, and hips over ankles or feet. That's extension. You're going to repeat that 3 to 5 times. And then you're going to go into abduction, or moving the arm away from the body, from the hip. So we're going to grab the tube. Again, the palm faces towards the leg or the hip. When you grab the tube, pointing straight down, find a range, let's say here's where your pain starts. Go ahead and drop it down a little bit, and then you're going to do your short, fast movement from there. Again, you want to make sure your shoulders stay nice and level. You're not tilted to one side or the other. You shouldn't be so painful that you can't do it. And again, you're going to do this for 15 to 30 seconds. You notice the tube, again, is coming across my body in front, so the tension's coming from over here. And again, we're going to do that for 15 to 30 seconds. We're going to repeat that 3 to 5 times. So this is for strengthening the rotator cuff muscles, primarily external rotators, abductors. So 3 to 5 times, 15 to 30 seconds. That's the initial phase, which we call a short arc isokinetic exercise. After several weeks of doing this, you're going to go to phase 2, which is a slow, full range of motion. Same exercises, but instead of doing short, fast, you're going to do slow, and you're going to go into a full range, and you're going to do anywhere between 10 and 15 reps. So if we start again with external rotation, thumb is pointing up, tubes coming away from the door here. We're going to basically start here or slightly in here, and we're going to take the arm all the way out. Again, keeping the elbow pinned to the side, slow, full range of motion, and we're going to do 10 to 15 reps of external rotation with a slow, full range of motion. Then we're going to move on to extension. Again, from here, minimum, we're going to start just in front of the hip or at the hip. We're going to go back as far as we can, drop it back down again, slow, full range, not bending forward or backwards. Nice tall posture, head looks straight ahead, arm comes back to neutral, which is by the side of the body. Palm faces backwards, slow, full range, 10 to 15 repetitions. And then last is abduction, where the tube comes across your body. Palm faces towards the hip or towards where the tube is coming out. Grab the tube, thumb down, out to the side, and you're basically going to come up at least so that the shoulder is just above parallel with the ground. It's hard to get the tube much higher than that because of the tension. You lose the tension as you go up above your head there. But you can go, as you see, a little bit higher as I come across here. So back from the hip, all the way up, 10 to 15 reps. Again, keeping the shoulders level. You don't want to be bending away as you're doing this. And we do 10 to 15 repetitions of each in a slow, full range of motion. After several weeks of this, we move to phase 3. Same exercises, full range of motion, but now at full speed. So if we start with external rotation, it's going to look something like this. Again, keep that elbow pinned. That first one wasn't a very good example. But you notice I'm moving at a quicker range, 10 to 15 reps, external rotation, 10 to 15 reps of extension at a normal speed, and then 10 to 15 reps of abduction, again, at a more normal speed. Instead of nice and slow and controlled, you're moving at a more rapid speed that would mimic lots of everyday activities using the arm. So that's the rotator cuff series. Stay tuned for our next video where we show some more advanced exercises or some different exercises for the shoulder muscles.